Handle for us, Virgo. For those of you that don't know, I am a Virgo sun. So there's our beautiful candle. So let's just focus. I'm going to pick from the bag of runes. I just want you to know the readings have been going extraordinarily deep. It's feeling very reverent. It's pulling in the energy of everybody's heart chakra, which is in fact what's going on, obviously, right? We have an opportunity in these moments over these next few months to weave the tapestry, and the work that's been coming through me through this channel since I've been here is we're about to experience the, well, my guides are not, they're saying the first stage, but the culmination moment of all that preparation that's been going on. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. It's really wonderful to have you here. And if you've been here for a while, well, actually, my guides are saying the new kids. For the new kids, too, probably a good idea to go back a year at least and look at some of the videos for your sign. If you're at home and you have time, it's going to help you understand yourself and understand the moment, how the evolution has happened. So there are two things spoken through. Before I jump into it, and I forget, I want to remind everybody that in the way that I can help is to offer my time as your reader for these times, for these moments, to look deeply into your soul cycle and the contract that you made before you came here, and how do you go forward, all those things. So I've dropped the price to 25 bucks US. You know, I know not everybody's in the US, but my guys are saying the dollar's going down, so for anybody that's overseas, it'll work out for you. So I want to let you know I've opened some time in my calendar every day for you, because you can't be here with me in these moments, and my job is to be with you energetically. So there is a lot of sort of back pressure. I've downloaded a lot while I was away. We're going to get into that. You're going to get the full, my guides just said the series, the full series for today, because I've been gone and we just had this full moon. It's an auspicious moment, so we're going to go in, we're going to go really deep. Okay, Virgo? So my guides want me to start with the journey of love. Virgos are very emotional little creatures. They don't show it a lot, but their hearts are very tender. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So something just dropped out. I'm going to take it. While we're talking about tender hearts. All right. This is how we're all feeling, I think. And Virgo, you, especially in these moments. Let's see if I can get the glare. All right. So across the waters. Do you see, Virgo, how you're looking into the light? And there's a lot of energy swirling around you in these moments. Looks like maybe you're holding flowers in your hand. That would be a Virgo thing, very definitely. So you are feeling bathed in this light. My guides are saying a lot of you are feeling like I am. We're standing in the moment. We're feeling the energy swirl. Almost looks like perhaps this person is standing in a wave that is crashing. And yes, definitely we are. And while all of that energy that's coming in, that's coming over you, you stand and you look into the light. So my guides are saying, good on you. There must be people here from down under today. So good for you. All right. And thank you. That's your job. When I got up this morning and I started getting dressed, I reached in my closet and I pulled out a black sweater. And I thought, you know, I just want color on myself today. I want to be colorful to cheer me up and to help me remember to remain joyful. And that's one of my personal challenges. Just remain joyful. Where in any situation is the joy? How can you find it and reside in that place? So that's a beautiful, my guides yesterday and today have been saying the word nomenclature about your energy, about what's going on. So we're going to grab something from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. All right, Spirit. To all the spirit guides that are with us, and there are many, including my guides have been telling me, including all the people who have passed as a result of this virus. they are still here. They have not left the planet. They are here with us. They're guiding us from the other side, and we're going to be able to feel them and the energy that they're adding in order to bring what my guides are calling the great turning forward. So, Spirit, can you please give us something from the beautiful Mystical Shaman Oracle deck? What is the shamanic energy? Well, Virgo stands in their heart chakra, looking into the light, feeling the wave of everything that's going on. Ooh, my goodness. Okay, so the Council of All Beings, Virgo, it's time to go deep and to be in touch with your guides. And, obviously, your family, my guides are saying things that are somewhat reminiscent of Native culture here in the United States, right? All your relations, all the relations. So there's a lot of energy streaming into my heart center at this moment. I believe it's the energy that it's the energy that we're meant to work with now. It's the energy that the Great Council of All Beings is sending. So again, my guides are talking about the people who have passed over. There may be somebody here watching who has lost a loved one as a result of this crisis. Understand that they are circling us. We are being encircled. All right, so here's what my guides are saying. We are, in a sense, it's like having their arms around us. We are being protected to the best of everybody's ability. If it's in your soul contract to pass over at this time, just like any other moment in time, that is what will happen. And a lot of people are losing loved ones. They are here. If you have lost a loved one, this is where they reside now. It's interesting because what's happening is I'm channeling. Okay, so I think we're channeling messages from those who have passed over, in a sense, and they have joined the Council of All Beings. And the message is they are still here with us. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Providing this light that's all around us and all this beautiful energy, right? Green energy, heart chakra energy. What we see, what we are able to see, is the light. So it's time for us to be in this condition, my guides are saying, Virgo. So that's how you're going to find the order in this chaos. You will understand because Virgos many of them are very highly intuitive, sometimes psychic like me, very clairvoyant. So Virgo, what we're doing is we're doing our best to understand the order that is meant to come from the chaos. And this is what it is. So please do your best to be joyful and focus on the fact that the souls who have passed over literally have encircled us. I believe they've joined this council, and there's a circle of light. And that's what we can see. Most of us cannot see them. Some of you have that capacity, and you will. So when you're doing your meditation, when you're having your quiet time, if you have a moment of deep sadness, okay, so my guides are talking about those who have lost loved ones. So I think there must be somebody or several somebodies here who have lost someone because they're speaking to you, okay? It's a message for all of us. Look into the light. When they're showing me an image of washing the dishes, the things you do while you're at home. And, shout out, of course, to all the first line folks who are really in the thick of this and literally risking their lives. It's the same, my guides are saying, it's the same stream of energy, right? They do that because they look into the light. And they're charged from here. Isn't that interesting? So I love that. It's beautiful. I could talk about that and make it an hour-long reading, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna move us along, okay? All right, Virgo. Just so you know, gang, the readings have been going really deep. I'm allowing it. I'm not rushing this week, this month. because of the importance of the moment that we're in. So I'm going to grab something from the animal medicine deck, okay? Spirit, can you please give us some wisdom for beautiful Virgo? What is it that they need to know in this moment from the natural world? Okay, so what they're talking about is the way part of what we're witnessing is that the creatures, right, are coming out and walking around in the cities now in a way that's my guides are saying they're coming out of hiding because the humans are gone. So that energy, they're talking about that energy of the natural world, how important it is. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Obviously, because you're a Virgo. Okay, Virgo, here we go. They want this. 3 cards came out. All right, both of them having to do with flight. So dragon flying away, pardon me, is self-explanatory, right? What they're talking about is the themes that are in these 2 cards, but also they're talking about your nature, Virgo. All Virgos love the natural world. Nothing makes me happier than being able to go out in the meadow on a summer day and lie in the grass and just watch what's happening around me and listen to the crickets. Because to me, it sounds like that vibration sounds like heartbeat. And I always feel like it's the heartbeat of the earth with the cricket song. So they're talking about what, if at all possible for you, without endangering yourself, please go out in nature, right? Please go. So obviously, Virgo, you as an entity, Hawk medicine is very intense. It's really beautiful. It's about messages coming through. It is a symbol of feminine power. It's a bird that is able to take care of itself, much like you, Virgo. You're very independent, most of you. And you are inwardly focused in a way that is has an outward focus intention, if you will. So understand that, yes, we're all in these days of taking flight, being able to have sacred bird vision. Please go look it up if you don't know about a hawk as a totem. After the reading, go check that out, okay? And the other thing about this is that the flight that we're taking is going to bring us into this transformative phase. So one of the things that's been coming up in the readings, animals and creatures, insects, that either have flight and sacred vision, bird energy, or they have the ability to hover in place. And that's what we're all doing. Well, most of us, right? We're at home. If you're doing your job, you're sequestered. That's the message from everywhere, and I'm repeating it because it's just what's true. Do not allow yourself, don't be willing to be a host for this virus. Why would one choose that, right? That's the kind of thing my guides are saying. So really beautiful messaging. I love that you have wings, Virgo, in these moments. So I think that there's going to be a lot of inward movement toward transformation because that's what these times are for. So let's get into the regular Celtic Wisdom Tarot. I talked a lot yesterday. On top of the readings, I did a bunch of personal readings, so my voice is a little hoarse. Whew, I think I've got one more day of readings to get all the signs out. And then I'm going to rest my voice a little bit. So I'm going to do my best to be back next week. I'm going to work with my guides to see what they want to talk about. Some of it is the weaving of the tapestry. So we're going to begin down that road. If you don't know, and you're new here, or you haven't been available to it, below all the videos going forward from here until further notice, there are links for a very particular type of vibrational medicine. My guides are using those words now. There's an exercise, a group exercise going on. And basically the first step is to just while you fall asleep, allow yourself to be in vibration by listening to a particular type of sacred East Indian sitar music. Right. So we're going to do that for a month. I don't care when you start, just do it, okay? If you decide to do it, start today, perfect. Keep going if you've been going forward, all right? So, okay, they're talking about the instructions. If you have a question, send me an email. Some folks have told me that one of the links doesn't work. I don't know why. I've checked it out. It works for me. I don't understand. Maybe it depends on what country you're in or something because of the way YouTube is. All right, Spirit, please give us some messages. Please tell us. They're talking about the destiny. Virgo's destiny. Spirit, what is it? We need to know this month, please. Okay, Virgo. Speaking of destiny, that's a star card. Right? It's true for all beings now. That's why the Council of All Beings is here. We are literally in a moment of evolutionary destiny, Virgo. Whatever it is you can envision, you have the capacity to manifest because everybody else does too. It's coming out in all kinds of different ways. So take a look at the readings, look at your rising sign. Look at where your Venus sign is. Look at where Jupiter is. Check out the readings. It's going to help you understand the full measure, my guides are saying, they're doing this again, of your vibration. What is it, right? We're in this time of Schumann's resonance is increasing. The Earth's axis is beginning to tilt in a new direction. Massive changes going on. That's been happening since, I think, 2015. And then, of course, we have Pluto in an Earth sign. So you're going to feel the weight of it, Virgo. All the Earth signs are carrying, hopefully helping Pluto carry the load. That's part of our job. So we're going to feel the intensity. We're going to feel the compression. You may find yourself a little more, my guides are saying pesky, and what they're really meaning is testy. You may find that your patience is short on a human level. So all the things to do with that, look into the light. At night, look into the light. Do you see how this is all about the universe? Mind melding with the sacred council of all beings. This is the dreamer. And Virgo, if anybody's a dreamer, we know it's you. This is the dreamer of growth. All right. So that's the theme of this reading that my guys want to talk about. Look who's here, Virgo. This is your energy. I love it. Because, I've actually been engaged in this myself, very much so, over the last 6 or 7 months. This is the goddess of sovereignty. And basically what's coming through is more about sort of they're saying the nomenclature of a Virgo, right? There's a lot of, it's true for all signs, but Virgo, especially for us, there's a lot of assumption about Virgos and the way they're picky and the way they're perfectionistic and the way they are they kind of walk through life with that idea out in front of them, almost like warts on top, right? So okay, that's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so they're talking to me about protection. This is the way a Virgo protects her or himself. You have a lot of sacred wisdom just in you because of your set point. Because of the way you are inwardly driven, you are often very, okay, my guide said intelligent. Yes, that's true. Intuitive. And because you're a mystical being, Virgo, you will disguise yourself. You don't let people in very easily, do you? I don't. You have to just, slowly. It takes a while. And this is what we do. So this woman holding the barrel of water, this is the 5 of Wands. So there's a battle going on. Absolutely, we see it. You might be experiencing it in your personal life, but we're talking about the planet now, okay? And your pathway. So you are here present and engaged in this battle that we all are engaged in. You see the people behind her? They're kind of laughing and yucking it up and having a party. She's not having it. those are the people who were not able to get access to her. So, one by one, most of you know the story, she was approached by several gentlemen who had run out of water, meaning life energy, love, abundance, vision. My guides are saying vision. And they asked her for some of her life energy, symbolized by the water, this beautiful barrel of water that she holds. My guides are saying she's guarding it. Yes, she is. So, the nature of a Virgo, and what she does is she just waits for the new path to open up. You see the new moon hanging in the sky? We're moving in that direction. So, Virgo, many of us are just being very quiet. And while we're being quiet, we're waiting for the new path to open, we are having a lot of vision. Do you see how clear she is? She is not going to provide access to the water until the right person, the right energy, comes along to make a request in the correct way. Because, okay, yeah, that is a Virgo, right? You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into it. But I love her. She's actually the goddess, the queen of sovereignty. And what she's doing is looking into the people who make requests of her. So, Virgo, look very deeply. Allow yourself to be yourself, my guides are saying, in these moments. And when the moment is right, she will reveal herself. Only to the right people who have the correct amount of intention and purity, etc., etc. Those are the people that get access to the water. So there's something going on for us this month having to do with this. And while we're sitting here like this, part of what we're doing is manifesting our destiny and joining with the eyes of the universe, the sacred mind, okay, of the council of all beings, all those kinds of things. I like it. It's really beautiful. So Virgo, let's find out what's going on the human walk for you. Ooh, cards are jumping. The sacred grandmother. Do you see how she looks outward? So when the cards come out, here's the next one. It's actually going to be on the table like this. Do you see where the attention, the focus is? See that? My guides are saying it's almost like you're in a trance right now. I certainly have been feeling it because of my story, my walk through life. And it's an interesting confirmation here. So we have the Queen of Pentacles sitting suspended in the universe. I can see the reflection here. It's the candle, which I guess is okay. So the Queen of Pentacles, abundance, wealth. We're talking about spiritual wealth, not earthly wealth in these days. So that's your focus, Virgo, as it often is. But now that's going to come right to the surface for you. And what the sacred grandmother is doing is she's weaving the strings. So my guides have been talking for years, and now it's getting more intense because of the downloads and the things that I experienced while I was out on my journey. The strings of our destiny are being woven together, literally. So my guides are talking about, again, they're talking about all the relations. And they're referencing the sacred knowledge of all the native peoples around the globe, not just here in the United States. So I think it's good for us to pay attention to that. And perhaps part of what they want us to meld with are those things. So if you're home and you're unburdened and you have time, use the internet and do some research and find the things that you are meant to know. All right. So understand that your destiny is being woven together, and she is looking outward. She's not looking into the reading. So we're talking about events that are future present. That's what my guides are saying. Meaning things are being initiated now and being woven together. And you, Virgo, I love this because this kind of a theme has been coming out. So we have this beautiful woman kind of back to back with the sacred grandmother, weaving our destiny. This word that I'm about to say has come up, I think, in every reading. And basically the message is, it's time to go to the temple and stand at the gate. So this is the high priestess. She is the guardian of the gateway. She is the guardian of truth. And she sits at the gateway, the entry place to the Temple of Solomon, where all wisdom resides. So that's what's being woven together for us, Virgo. And it's time for us to really be the high priestess in our own lives. And my guides are saying, and stand between them. All right? In terms of the council of all beings, etc., just know that, Virgo, you're right there. Okay, here's what my guides are saying. They're saying, it's like this. Okay. Just know that what is evolving inside of you, it's, okay, my guides just said, it's on the perfection pathway, which you're going to love anyway. Okay? So you are, I think, Virgo, many of us are just kind of in a trance because we feel so deeply the energy around us, which is part of why we're kind of hermits, because we feel so deeply. Many other people cannot understand what it is that we feel. Like I said, I can feel the heartbeat of the earth just by laying in the meadow and listening to the crickets. So be in yourself, Virgo. Trust yourself. Look. Make your judgments. When you are in the midst of a challenge, be still and just look from within you, okay? In order to have sacred vision, because destiny is being woven together from a very sacred place. It's beautiful. I love it. All right, so we're going to get one more card for the human journey. Spirit, please help beautiful Virgo. Please give us some messages. What is it that we need to know for Virgo in April 2020? Here it is, of course. So Virgo, in essence, you have 3 goddesses in a row. I like it. It's really wonderful. See that? So we have the sacred grandmother, which, by the way, her name is the sacred sound that comes from the omnipotent feminine power. It's the Om. So now we have this being woven together while standing at the sacred temple, at the gates of the temple. And when you enter the temple, this is the purpose. My guides are talking about, it's a very ancient ritual that women used to do. So we're talking about women, yes, but we're also talking about men, you know, the feminine side of your nature that can be in touch with this kind of energy. That's what it's going to experience. My guides are saying, don't hold it back, Virgo. Let it go straight there. You'll know. You know. My guides are saying, you already know. So this is the sacred goddess Coventina. She is the alchemist. She is known as the butter churner. Do you see the portal? There's Earth. The energy that comes into the universe from this place. She has her whole attention on it. You are the vessel she is holding. Do you see the little bubbles that are coming up out of that? The energy. It's a moment that all that is within you, that you came here with when you incarnated, intending to work through, okay, my guys are talking about the zenith point, etc. The intentions of your soul contract. That's the moment now. This is where we're at. It's really interesting. Okay. So Virgo, take heart. Right? All that stuff that you experience, the depth of your being, the depth of your emotions, the things that you usually hide from people, we don't talk about it, do we, Virgo? We're pretty quiet most of the time. I can be a chatty Cathy because I have Aries rising. So again, it depends on your chart. Take a look. Okay? If you don't understand your chart, most readings, you can get a free reading on a free chart online, and it'll give you some written words, my guides are saying, along with the astrological chart. If you can't read the chart, just read the prose and then do some research. Who are you, Virgo? Are you Virgo with Pisces rising? Are you Virgo with an air sign rising? What is your energy? It's time now. It's being activated. That's what we're talking about. It's true for all of us. because we now have the opportunity to be able to experience on a conscious level in our human existence our oneness. That's what's happening. That's what the tapestry is. All right, Spirit, please show us some energy. What is it that Virgo? Oh, boy. Okay. Virgo, not surprised. That's the bridge energy. My guides call this the bridge. It means that energy, that pathway that we've been describing. This is the energy amalgamation, if you will, the sacred alchemist, the result of your human efforts in these moments in April will bring you back into alignment very deeply, probably more deeply than you've ever experienced. That is the lover of devotion. And Virgo, isn't that us in a certain way? Right? We will devote ourselves very deeply to another person, to a cause, to an effort, to a task. So she has to choose her pathway. And yes, we all do now, very deeply in these days. So in the traditional tarot, that's the sacred lover's card. Right? Standing with your heart chakra, that place from which humans experience human love, but the place from which, okay, my guys are talking about the pump, the heart, things like that. That way that we now have the capacity to experience divine love within ourselves as a factor of our humanity, rather than having it be something that exists in an external way. Okay, so my guys are talking about churches and religion and things like that. So they said this the other day. So, as human beings, as we have evolved, we are at another evolutionary moment. Okay, it's a crisis moment that brings evolution forward. And what's evolving, what's emerging is this: the ability to actually feel celestial love and to feel yourself as a conduit, my guides just said, of such. So here's how it looks. Here's the story that's evolving. Do you see what's being woven together? You are being woven into your destiny. And it's that. So when these things, my guys are saying, when all these things station, meaning occur, and you are able to radiate this kind of universal love, to grasp it, to understand it, to tolerate it, because it's a lot, right? It's what's in your deepest desire. It wouldn't be showing up on the table. I'm not talking about relationships today at all. I'm talking about you and you. You as a spirit being here in this place. What is your destiny? Why are you here? What did you come here to do? So my guides are talking about, in the background, they're talking about the souls that have passed over. They know. That's why they're still here with us. Putting their arms around us, putting a circle around all the humans, all the beings that still reside, meaning all the spirit beings that have not crossed over, like this one. Okay? So Spirit, can you please tell Virgo about their beautiful soul contract? For those people who have arrived, they're correcting me. Those spirits that have arrived into these moments, having made the decision to be here, in order to turn destiny, to weave the tapestry of souls. Okay, there it is. Wow. Okay, Virgo. So, no surprise, right? It's a fertile moment, Virgo. Very fertile. There's your soul contract, right? The first card on the line that's about your soul contract. My guides say it's perfect. It's perfect for a Virgo. Right there it is. Feminine energy again. Okay, they want me to do this. Hang on. Yesterday they were saying this all day. So do you see now? Can you see it? It's time for us to see it. It's time for us to believe it. To believe who we are. Okay, my guides are saying, at our basis point. So, like the Council of All Beings, it's very, very active, I think. Let's see if I can do this. They want me to show you the card again. That's why this is here. because my guides are saying it's literally true. So allow yourself to see it with your sacred vision. That's why Hawk is here, right? Sacred vision, swiftness of movement, the ability to care for yourself. So here we are in these moments of transformation and literal brilliance, right? The light, the brilliance, the ability to hover in the light. And we're seeing it reflected all over the reading. So here we have a new foundation. It's about spiritual knowledge. Right? So this is the Six of Pentacles. And in a traditional deck, we see somebody, we see actually two people on their knees begging for help, asking for balance, asking for money, asking for wealth. And the people who are sharing with them, trying to help them, right? My guides are saying what those people want is they want them to get off their knees, get up off their knees and be present so they have the ability to manifest their own abundance. So, you know, it's a beautiful story. My guides are talking about spiritual intelligence and things like that. So Virgo, just know that as we all weave this tapestry that's coming forward, this is how you are meant to organize and activate your energy. You are, Virgo. Okay, my guides are saying you are an emissary of the Council of Light. That's what the message is about. Because you have the ability to go deep inside, you beautiful hermits. You go deep inside. You don't tell people. I don't. I mostly don't. I yakety yak here on YouTube, but I mostly don't talk about the things that I experience. First of all, it's hard to put into words. And second of all, Virgos don't, we just kind of keep quiet about these deep matters. So understand that this is being done now so that you can stand with the Council of All Beings. Your ability to have vision and to look inward and to be part of the organizing principle, right? You can, my guides are saying things like you can relax and enjoy it now. It's actually happening. Because when things don't go well, Virgos get very anxious. Ooh, Virgo. Okay. See? I love it. My guides are saying there's your companion energy, right? There's the companion male energy coming out in the soul contract. So it's all parts of you, both sides of you. Taking up the same exercise. Look. Do you see how they're both sixes? They're both talking about new foundations. This is the foundation of love. Six of Cups. All about nostalgia. What has come before? Virgo, a lot of us are here on however the multiple, my guides are saying, they're talking about past lives, and they're using funny expressions. Multiples, okay? The multiples of your lifetimes. Everything it took for you to be able and willing to come here and be present for this. It's intense. It's a lot. Okay. So, just so you know. All right. So, when I'm talking about this now, my heart center is literally expanding. And that brings a lot of emotion. That's why sometimes I cry during the readings like I did yesterday. It was so intense. Okay? There's an enormous amount of love energy. And you have made the commitment to be standing here in this time on this foundation. Love and spiritual knowledge. Spiritual knowledge about love as its own entity, as its own energy that is meant to propel us forward into the next stage of our evolutionary growth as beings, spirit beings, and therefore the human condition, humanness, right? Human beings. So you're going to see, hang on. Okay, I'm getting a message from somebody that I met in New Mexico. So we are talking about the soul-infused life. That's what we're talking about, okay? That's why it's coming out this way. So I think I probably didn't say it, but I don't remember. Hang on. See? The soul-infused life. That's what's emerging. in these days. It's literally being melded together. It's literally being woven together. So here's what my guides are saying. I understand a little better now. All right, so see that? I don't know in this moment. I suspect it's looking into the future. But my guides are talking about part of what's being woven together is all your past existences. All the knowledge that you arrived here with. In you. You know, people talk about DNA codes and all that kind of stuff, right? I don't know. Yeah. Do we factually know? I'm not sure. But do we spiritually know? Yes, we do. Hang on, I have to get a little drink. There's you going back, right, through these lifetimes, future, okay, what did they say? Future past and future present. To finally in this lifetime come to the temple of your own being, your own spiritual knowledge, in order to weave together all of that in an alchemical way so that you can experience what you've been working on, which is this. What is it to feel love for the sake of love? Not for the sake of attachment, not for the sake of what you can get for it or from it or with it. It's not about personal satisfaction. It's just about the state of being. So, Virgo, given your ability to stand with the council of all beings and to go deeply inward in a hermetic way, my guides are saying, please understand that this is your moment. It's so beautiful. I love it. All right. So you have earned, because you've worked really hard, the ability to stand with both halves of you on this new foundation, very solid. Right? Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups. All right. Spiritual wealth and knowledge about love, the art of loving. Quite gorgeous. So here's the last card on the spirit realm, on the soul contract realm. There you are, Virgo. Same thing coming forward. All right, that's the Queen of Cups. So you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups on the table. And we're talking about your male side, your female energy, your male energy. Do you see she's sitting in the triple spiral? So it seems to me that it's true for many people, of course, but Virgo for us, perhaps. We've had many lifetimes. Maybe that's why we're shy and quiet. We just don't need to talk about it so much. Maybe, right? Sitting on the throne of the triple spiral of destiny and the birth, life, death, birth cycle. There's some great understanding that you're going to have about what it is to be a sacred sovereign. Remember the goddess of sovereignty? So you're moving through your process and you're going to reach your goal, because this woman ends up being the queen and she reigns with her sacred mate. And on the spirit realm, on the soul contract realm, we see that they have done their job and they're standing together on this firm foundation of spiritual knowledge about love. What is the purpose of it? And so you, as you transition through this reading, you reach your goal, Virgo. And the goal you're reaching, hang on, and make sure I'm putting them down right. And the goal you're reaching is this: the highest order of feminine awareness, feminine power, about the life cycle of a being, a soul being with a lot of passion. It's interesting, isn't it, that there's fire in this card? This woman is extremely creative. Like the High Priestess, she can manifest kind of anything she wants, right? And she does it with love energy. That's the energy she's using to create her destiny. It's love energy. Virgo, it's just so gorgeous. I really want to thank you so much. So let's get one more card, okay? And just because, let me just show you what's on the bottom of the deck. isn't it? All right, spirits, please give us an outcome card for gorgeous Virgo for the month of April. Perfect. See that? That's a story about exactly what I just said. All right, the courtship of art, Three of Cups. It's time to celebrate because whatever obstacles you've had in your life that have prevented you from being in this state, a soul-infused life, they are being removed. When you dedicate yourself to this process and know with total clarity, this is your destiny. So that's what your energy is here for. While we're all preparing to come to the moment of weaving the tapestry, we're getting very close now. You're being assured that that destiny is coming forward, and we see it woven. We see all the ways it's coming through the reading, okay? There was something blocking this couple from being together. And they had to go through a lot of hard work in order to finally make the connection on an energetic basis. That's the little story behind the mythology of this particular card and this particular deck. Right? They had to figure out how to remove the obstacle so they could literally share their energy with each other. And again, we're not talking about romance today. We're talking about you and you, okay? So the outcome is assured, and it's time to celebrate, Virgo. In a manner that's very deep. If you have not ever celebrated yourself or your being, please, my guides are saying, please do so now. Allow yourself to be joyful about this occurrence while we are all grieving and beginning to step out of our process of grief. And the first stage of grief is denial. That's why people don't wear their mask. That's why they go out and hang out on the beach, because they're in denial, because it's too much to really manage in our brains. It's just too hard. We don't want to face it. It's what's true. So we have this moment of the great standing still. And so, some of the downloads I was getting was about that was coming forward. And it was time for people to really infuse themselves with vibration in order to awaken their own vibration so they could become aware of it. So naturally, right, a lot of people need some help with that. So that's what the links are about below. It's not to indoctrinate you into anything. It's just to allow you to be vibrating while you sleep, while your mind will not argue with you, while you will not be distracted. And just infuse yourself with vibration. It's going to, okay, my guys are talking about your immune system. In the way that the immune system works, it's going to wake you up to yourself. So 30 days going forward, meditation with sleep. Then, a couple weeks in, I think, a meditation in the morning, if you have time, right? Especially if you don't have to go out. So I know if you have kids or a partner or, life is busy, but now is the time to make the time. And then when you finish that rotation, my guides are saying, then there's just a gentle pathway to help energetically clear out the chakras, attune the chakras. So your whole being is vibrating like that. And then we'll take the next step. We'll do it together. Okay? I'm going to be here to talk all about that, no doubt. All right, so let's pick something from the bag of runes, okay? Thank you for your patience and for being here today. I really appreciate it. Okay, Spirit, one last message. For beautiful Virgo, please. They dedicate themselves to their soul contract. Okay, my guides are saying, and begin to take up the real notion of a soul-infused existence. There's something that wants to come out. Hang on. There it is. Look. Beautiful. That's the room for growth. I love that this is coming forward because we started the reading with the Dreamer of Growth. So, gang, it's a full circle moment. You get to be with yourself now in a way that most of us just haven't experienced. You know, it's not about whether we were able, okay, a little bit about whether we're available, but it's the factors of being human. We have to learn past our humanity now because it's time to be with yourself and to know of, my guides are saying, know of yourself, of your being, of your soul. Allow it to infuse your existence so that you walk together, fully blended now, your human self and your soul. All right. So thanks everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. That's the end of the reading. If you want to move on with your day, I'm going to just pause for a moment and then I'm going to